So, I'm going to tell you a little story about a recording system that likes to play tricks on me and fools me into thinking that I've recorded a video to be edited in my studio, where I go and I explain what I've done and set up this intricate set of bases for you to match, only to find out that the video that I recorded with my commentary while I was playing only shows up as audio. And that the video that I recorded that was going to be more for B-roll and slicing in to show kind of the time-lapse of everything, where I recorded nothing, visually came out awesome. I would say I could blame it on the bugs of Bethesda, but to be honest, it's not that. It's anything that has to do with this game has felt forced. So much forced. So I'm going to demonstrate to you what I've done and where I've gone, and I'm going to leave it up to you to do with the information as you please. Now, before I had you get ready to set things up, because we were going to go to certain planets and we were going to establish bases. Well, I did that. What I did was I established bases around the universe in places and showed you and demonstrated how I built bases so that they wouldn't have any problems. And one of the problems that I would have, and I'll explain it to you, we're going to go to the Narian system here. On this base, there's Kruth, and then there's Grimsey. Kruth was my first attempt at blind, looking for antimony and gold. Now, here's the thing. When you look at the resources now, you can see where I would be going for antimony and other things, because there's antimony, but the thing is, let's see, we're going to actually fly the cruise. What I did so that I could find things instead of blindly finding these minerals on planets that are hard to find, I would land in an area, I would look around, I would use my scanner, and I would put the base locator out and say, can I build here? Yes. Can I find what I'm looking for right where I landed? Yes. Great. And I would set up a base there. And the reason I would do that, and I'll show you, the reason I would do that fuck is... We hit something? New data. See that I can see all the resources in places? This is where you can find gold. This is where you can find antimony. I actually found antimony in a place that had fluorine. This was blind luck, by the way. And I found gold here because, guess what? There's gold here. I blindly found that too. But I upped my ability. Sorry. I don't like you, Starfield. Whoever designed this, they're not gamers. Bethesda, you don't have gamers working for you. You have idiots. I upped my scanning. You have to scan about 60 plus planets total, I think, to get from 0 to 4. And what I did is I literally went around and I scanned all these different planets. I went to the Sol system, I scanned all the moons, I scanned all the planets, I went to the Alpha. I went all to the systems that were filled with like tons of planets for me to scan. And I did that because there is a planet. So this is where we have antimony and gold. We combine that with we combined that with zero wire to make what are called seminal wafers. Over here on Grimsey, we found ourselves uranium, and plutonium. That, as you can see, anything I have more than one landing area, I blindly found. But there was one thing I needed to go to. I needed to go to the Porama system. I'll show you. And this is the reason why Porama 5A. Cesium is a small area. If you look at the resources, you can barely find any cesium. So I had to expand my ability to find cesium, because cesium is utilized. See, landing area, all these different places were landing areas, and I finally found a cesium area. Well, I had to expand my resources myself to be able to find these little pockets, because cesium is needed in this building. Now, and I had you go to the planets, and I had you find the locations, and I had you build, or I didn't have you build anything. I had you literally find the locations and then plant down one of these markers so that you could have your thing. And then afterwards, after we had all of these different bases that we found over the system, and the bases, Porama 5A was for cesium. We had Dakaran. I believe it was Dakaran 7. Yeah, 7B. Vintinium. That's why I had you find Vintinium. Down south, Cadiad 3 was a big location. Cadiad 3 had copper, indicate, silver, and lead. So the copper and silver is to make zero wire. The indicate is to make indicate wafers. And so I had you land at these places, establish the base that was close to where you needed to be. And as you can see, there's a ship off in the distance there. It's probably wanting to kill me. I can't remember if they're here to kill me or not. But then what I did is I had you build a base like this so you could land your ship here. Now, the landing areas, the glitch of Starfield is sometimes you build a base and you put a landing field here, and if you don't build your base far enough away from where you originally landed, landing area, sometimes when you land at your base, your ship lands in the original landing area, and so you can't have it here. And so what I had people do is I had them go and establish all the bases, then grab all the materials, the zero wire, the zero wire, the iron, and the adaptive frames to go and build enough of these Starbase landing pads, the big ones. And then what I had you do is view and modify your ships. I had you make if you had another ship, I had you make it into your home ship and then exit out, see that it arrived there. And if it didn't, a lot of times what I would do is see that mission marker. If that mission marker showed there, that meant oftentimes your ship was going to be there. Then I had you bounce back into space, land back on the landing pad, and see if your ship was on the landing pad. You have to do that with all of your bases in doing this special setup. You have to make sure your ship lands on the landing pad. It's very important for that. So, Porama 7, you saw what that was. Rewind it back, you'll see where I was. Dakaran 7, I believe. Dakaran 7B, find the Vintinium, which you can do. Other places, you're going to be in the Narian system. We were just there. Grimsey is where you're going to get your plutonium and uranium. Kruth is where you're going to get your antimony and gold, and if you need it, fluorine, which you will need fluorine, by the way, because one of the other planets that's in the Cheyenne system, needs flooring. And that's Kodos. Kodos, I had you make 2 solvent plants. And the thing is, you need greenhouses for solvents. And what I did is I had you go to the planet, and I had you look for the wandering husk plant. Only scan the wandering husk plant. And the reason why we only scan the wandering husk plant is that wandering husk plant is the plant that utilizes solvent. So when you build a greenhouse, for example, let's see if I can build it. I don't think I can build a greenhouse because I can, but I don't have any fluorine. I am missing 1 fluorine. But that's okay. That's the reason why we did this, is that we will harvest fluorine. We will bring it back with sealant and reactive gauges to make greenhouses. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a second. Don't we need a sealant plant? Yeah, we do. We do. We absolutely do. And I think you should go and you should probably try to build one. Now, can you build a sealant plant anywhere? No, not really. Let me see here. Do I have enough? I have not enough iron to build the landing pad. However, hold on a second. I'm gonna show you a place you can go to. It's in the Alpha Centauri system. This is a great system, by the way. There's a plant called Gagarin. You can actually land at one of these places, the Gagarin landing, or even the civilian outpost and so forth. You can go there, and they have a vendor that sells sealant. However, let's go to Gagarin, and part of this thing. I believe this is the sealant. I've already scanned the sealant. Oh, that's awesome. I've already scanned sealant on this planet. When did I do that? Do I have a base on this planet? Do I didn't even know about? I don't. You know what? This area over here. I'm going to take a look around. This might be a good area. No, we're good. I think this is a good area. Alright, I have a location for sealant. We're going to need it when we want to build our greenhouses. But we need to actually build the items. So, what I want you to do is I want you to get yourself ready by going to Bessel. I want you to make a bunch of adaptive frames, and then sleep, and then get a bunch of lead and aluminum and some other copper and stuff like that, and nickel if you can, because you can do that because you have this thing right here, and I'll show you quickly how to do it. But yeah, you're gonna then take all that stuff, load it on, and you're going to limp your way onto the ship. Because you can travel with your ship with all the stuff on you, yes, you can't put it in your thing. Yeah. Here, I'll demonstrate. Oh, look, a bunch of stuff. Cool. Watch. Oh, no. I made a bunch of adaptive frames. Now I need a bunch of... Oh, no. Look at me. I'm starting to die. By the way, this is aluminum and iron, and adaptive frames is how you're going to make cargo. You're basically going to build cargo on all of the planets. Oh. Guess I didn't have as much as I thought I was going to have. Let's go grab some nickel and some cobalt. Grab some nickel and cobalt. Oh, and before we do that... No, we're good. Some of the places that we're going to visit, they have 0 atmosphere, so there's no wind, so we'll have to build solar power, which we will set up. Each of the places you're going to want to set up for that. But I would recommend building the infrastructure first before the power and everything else. That way you can set everything up and make sure everything is set up, the links, everything. Okay. For example, the planet that we needed to get fluorine from so we could build greenhouses, we probably want to build that stuff first. So we're going to go to the Narian system. We're going to go to Kruth. We're going to go here to the antimony farm. Look, I have a station over here that I can stay in if I want to be safe. I tried to build a station at each of the places. I ran out of, I think, some building items to make a station over by my landing pads. Usually I try to have the landing locations safer. Alright. I don't know why I hit that button. Okay, building. Look, I can build an extractor, except I need copper. Oh no, I don't have a fluorine extractor. Whatever can I build? I can build antimony, which I will do. You can build a bunch of them if you want to. I'm just going to build. Alright, cool. Next. First. This one. And why do I like the 9x9? It's just a good number. It's easy to remember. Oh, what about 10x10? Yeah, 10x10's great. But I've also noticed that connections, when they're in 9x9, you can expand on this any way you want to. However you build your base, you can build it however you want to. You can build it 9x9, 2x2, 8x8, 5x5, however you want to do it. I simply just do 9x9 for many reasons, and this is one of the ways I like to connect. I like to go from bottom to top when I connect these things. I'll show you the reason why. I don't like to connect them all at once. Just like to go from bottom to top. And then what I will do after that, so I will connect the top one to the bottom one. See? These are all going to go into here. I'm going to go to this bottom one right here. And then it goes up to here, and then shunts down to this one, and then so forth. So, what I like to do first is I like to connect from bottom to top first on all the rows. So I make sure that the row is connected from bottom to top. That's the first priority. Then linking them all after they've been linked. Okay, once that happened, you connect top to bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, and then top to bottom. Going left to right is always a good thing, because what you're going to do is this antimony, you're going to combine it with gold, and you're going to make, and zero wire, and you're going to make seminal wafers. And you're going to need a way to get those. So your storage right here, oops, is how you're going to get all that stuff out. And what I'll do here, let's do this one here. That to there, and then that to here. Bingo. You're going to replicate this on all the planets that you have production at. For example, we still need power, so you don't want to forget your power. So here, I need, the power that I need is, I believe I have to use solar power. Yeah. So I need copper for solar arrays, and I don't think I've researched a more powerful solar panel. Or I could use fuel generators, but I don't have any helium-3 to fuel them. So we need copper. We need a lot of copper, and this thing only produces 2 power, and we'll need 20 of these things. So we will need 20 times 3. We'll need at least 60 copper to build that. So where are we going to go, guys? Where are we going to go? Can't go anywhere. We can't fast travel, right? So let's go to the planet that we can maybe build our first copper, so we can get some copper for free, right? Let's go do that. Once we get on there. So our planet that has copper, Cadiad 3. That's one of the planets that we set up. Alright, Cadiad 3, and I believe our copper is right there. Oh shit, come on. The reason I like building these modules here on planets attached to my space pad is it offers you some protection from being attacked. So space zombies attack you, you're safe in here. Safe-ish in here. Okay. Well, as you can tell, this planet has wind, so we can build tons of stuff. So let's do copper. Sorry. Whew. All right. We have lots of copper. Lots of copper. And, oh, you see that little circle right there? Bet you we can't touch this thing. Yep, cannot use it. So, quick save. Quick load. F5, F9. That's the glitch. That's the glitch right there. Good job, Starfield. Oh, look. No circling. We can do it. So, what I would recommend is... There's that. Lots of copper, by the way. And I have a ton of aluminum and a bunch of magnets that I built, apparently, that's on my ship. These things do 14 at a time, so... Damn. Alright. Let's do the 9x9, and we'll have our copper. Put a bed here. Oh, look, I can make a bed. I will sleep 1 hour on this planet is 100 hours universal time. That's fucking cool. Yeah, see, we'll sleep 100 universal hours. We'll look up and we will see that time has shifted. That means these things, that's full. So let's go get some copper. Because we need it to build stuff. Ooh, we're feeling some pain right now. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Well. We have the copper now to build the solar arrays. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have stuff I built on this. Did I build something on this ship? I can't remember. No, I didn't build anything cool on this ship, did I? No, I didn't build any, like, labs or stuff like that. Okay, so we need to go back to the planet that we needed copper to... Where were we at? We were somewhere. We were on Kruth, I believe. We were Kruth? That's right. We were at the antimony place. And we needed copper so that we could build solar arrays. We have 700, so we can build a bunch of solar arrays around here. Oh my god, I'm out of beryllium? No way. That is hilarious. I thought I had plenty of beryllium. Well, I know where I can go to get some beryllium. The same planet we got our copper. Cadian 3. And you must be asking yourself, why am I doing all this? Well, if you are ADHD like myself... Wait, I know I have... do I have another place that... Yeah, right here. Indicate and beryllium. If you are an ADHD child like me, and you love building shit... you will love building shit. And it's like building a Newberg machine. And it this device. All right, let's see if we can get some more beryllium. Look, beryllium. Now we can go back and create all the solar panels we need. You're going to do that to all the places that you're going to be able to build. You're going to set that all up, and you're going to be able to make yourself these resource extraction farms. You're going to take all day to do it. It's going to take you a long time to set them up, and you'll probably have headaches, and you'll run into probably things along the way. But you know what? You'll do it because you'll say, hey, I did this. I was able to go and do this shit. And you'll be like, yeah, I did that. And you're like, yeah, I did that. And when you're done doing it, you can say, I did it. You can actually brag and say, I did that. Me, I did that. It's a brag. Once you've done it, you can say that you've done it. Extract some fluorine. Fluorine's a gas. We have some lubricant. Tungsten, copper, and adaptive frames. Well, we've got tungsten, and we've got copper, and we have adaptive frames. Out of tungsten. Probably are not going to need this much fluorine. However, now, here's the question. Do we need tungsten? Because we seem to run out of tungsten, so do we need tungsten for anything? What do we need tungsten for? Let's look at our builder. What does tungsten make us build? We need tungsten for gas storage. We don't have any more gas. We don't need it for liquid. We don't need it for solid. We do need it for making transfer modules. So we're going to need more tungsten for transfer containers, which we're going to need if we're going to grab all the stuff from the planets. What else does tungsten use for? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you need tungsten for extractors. So we're going to need extractors, so we're going to need tungsten. So there are a few planets that you can get tungsten on at low levels. I would recommend getting Planetary Habitation 1 and go to Pluto. That's where I'm gonna... I think I have a base set up there. Let me double check. We might... No, I don't have anything in the Sol system. I think you could go to Alpha Centauri. And you can go to Voss. I believe Voss... Let's double check. I think Voss has tungsten. It does. It does have tungsten. So we can... And Voss is a... I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Voss is a planet that you don't need planet habitation 1 or better. Let me double check. I have a way of double checking this. Tungsten. Voss. Nope, it's in the Alpha Centauri. 90 hours per day for universal time. It is a 0 habitation, but but the thing is to find tungsten on the planet, you need to have a high level scanning. So that's the reason why you need it. So there's lead, tungsten. So what we'll do is tungsten. I'm just going to land right here in a tungsten zone. We're going to set ourselves up. Pluto has a better sleep. It's 5 days for one. Universal, but Voss is a level 1 planet. Or sorry, it's a 0 level planet. You don't need any, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it takes wind power, which is good. Tungsten. Here we go. Yep, wind turbines. Sixth one. There we go. Ta-da! And then I think I can build a landing platform here. Yeah, I've got enough to build a landing platform, and I'll just build one over here somewhere. Here. Then I will build power over here. Don't need much tungsten, but we'll definitely want a lot of it. Go. Got plenty of tungsten for stuff. We'll just sleep for 90 hours. It should give us plenty of tungsten. Pluto, I think 24 hours there is 6 days. So that would give us a little bit more, but... it gives us an opportunity to talk about some of the things that this will do. I want you to set this up so that you will be able to build this little bit of a Ventinium fuel mine operative. And at the end, I'll show you exactly what, when you have it all set up, we will go walk through this together of how we will build this. All right. I'm letting you guys go and do the building. All right. Good luck. I'll see you back here in a few seconds. Well, for you, it'd be a few hours. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this probably took you a few hours to do, because you probably noticed you had to go back and get some copper and some beryllium and some other things, make some more adaptive frames, go back and get some nickel, some more iron, some more aluminum, because you ran out, because you were building things. But you did it. You set up all the bases and the locations to build Ventinium fuel rods. Everything that you needed to make the components, the subcomponents, and the locations. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start on Cadiad 3. I'm at the copper facility. Now, I've slept so many times the copper's full. But we want to basically use the universal time to fill up all the other locations that we just set up. So my recommendation, just because you can do it, is to literally wait for 24 local hours twice. Do that 2 times. It should fill up. If you've put the minimum amount of stuff forward, harvesters and things like that, you're probably going to need to sleep a little bit more. But think about it is that if you're doing the 9x9s in some places, I did a little bit more in others, but I did mostly 9x9s. Those should fill up with the amount that we put down within this period. This is just a good clear all. So you could be like, I don't know, I could gauge it. You could gauge it. And let me tell you something. You might want to expand on this as well. But this is your opportunity to decide how you want this to be. The only reason I'm showing you guys this is because I want you to see the amount of effort you can put towards this to get something rewarding. I want to show you that you're going to get rewarded. Now, I did actually level up because I had to make some more adaptive frames. I leveled up one more level. I got to level 77. So that was pretty cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait this 24 hours of local time, but universal time is 2400 hours. And that will fill up everything. And we're going to do this in the order of which we want to do the components. So we are on Cadiad 3, and I'm getting fucking attacked, you sons of bitches. Sorry guys, I'm being attacked. Yeah, I'm a buff motherfucker. Okay. So they probably hurt some of my stuff. Let's go check it out. Yep. That's fine. It was already filled up, but, you know, sometimes you might want to defend your bases. Or maybe we did okay. Wow, that was exciting, wasn't it? Yeah. They didn't get the opportunity to fuck with my shit. They only shot one of my things, and they didn't get any of my power. That's pretty good. One thing I would say is if there was anything that they could add to this game, would be something to show you kind of at a glance how your power is, because I've got 126 power, so they didn't really fuck with my power that much. And I made sure that I repaired the one. Yeah, they kind of fucked with one of my things. Huh. Cool. I can sell this stuff for money. That's the next thing we're going to need to do is money. Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What you're going to do is you're going to get all the copper. And this might take some time. So, I'm going to fast forward this. I'll see you when I've got all the copper. Alright, I'm adding something here so that if you do this yourself, you don't get frustrated. If you only have one item to pull from here, sometimes you have to look away from the container for it to refill again. For you to be able to use it. So, what I do is I just kind of go back and forth like this. Yeah. This is another thing that I'm going to rant about. Starfield is broken and it shouldn't be like this. This should be like a transfer thing where I could just transfer this stuff all in. I shouldn't have to go through this whole thing. And the moment that gets patched out of the game, this will be the best thing in the world. But until then, this is the stupidest thing ever. So, alright, have fun with that. Alright. Got all the copper. Took a little bit, but here's the best part. We're going to be able to use it and get experience right away. So, I'm going to keep track of this. Now we're here. We're going to go from the copper location, we're going to go to our silver location. So on this planet, our silver location is right here. Silver. And copper and silver makes 0 wire. And that's what we're going to do, is we're going to create 0 wire. So we don't have to collect the silver, even though I did. We don't have to. We just actually have to come in here and make this. Use the silver that's here to make the 0 wire. Alright, level 77. So we're just going to come down here to 0 wire, which is right here. And we've got all the copper in the world. And we're just going to make the 0 wire. And this is going to give us a ton of XP. We're going to use our special form that we use for going back and forth, holding down the button. And as you can see, we've already done some sleeping, so we're getting some bonus XP from this. But, again, it's about 1 XP per craft for each item. But, as you heard the sloshing sound, that's a level up. Have to keep doing this. And then after that, we're going to go to the location where there's gold and then antimony. And the gold and the antimony location. So it's, if you look at it like this, we're going to use the 0 wire with the gold and antimony. We're going to make seminal wafers. But we're going to only have to pick up antimony or whatever location, only antimony or gold. Woo! Damn, boy! How many levels did we go up? Okay, from 77 to 84. Now, if there's no copper left, we've used all the copper, and we don't have to take any. We've made 51,000 0 wire. Jesus, that's just a massive amount. All right. We're off to pick up gold and antimony next, and to craft seminal wafers. We'll see, let's go to the gold location first. Maybe, let me double check. Okay, so gold and antimony, I believe that's in the Narian system? Yes. Okay, gold and antimony is on Kruth. Let's go to the gold location and pick up all the gold. And then we'll craft at the antimony station. Alright, just double check. Screwed over. by an attack from Ecliptic. Alright. Again, use that thing that I do. To kind of go back and forth. Like that. Get all the gold. Alright, I'll see you when you're done. Okay, did it. We got all the gold. And now we're going to go to the antimony location and craft the seminal wafers. Antimony. It's the antimony fluorine location, but we don't really need the fluorine anymore. I mean, you do if you want to expand stuff. Any iron or aluminum. Mother goat, I forgot to bring iron and aluminum because I thought I had put a thing in every single look. This goes to show why I set this up. But you know what? I'll go back to my base. I'll get the iron and aluminum. I'll bring enough just in case something happens. Man, I thought I had some on my ship. Oh, you know what? I probably used it up. I did. This goes to show you should always bring the building blocks with you. Iron and aluminum, they are building blocks for adaptive frames, for putting your stuff like this together. Iron, aluminum. I don't want console commands. Yeah, I get it, dickhead. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, I am... Sorry, I'm really... Like, all the buttons and configurations that Bethesda has put together, it's
Hello,
like...
Captain.
I'm gonna hit a button. I'm gonna hit that button. But they said, oh! If you use console commands, that could mess with your entire existence when it comes to achievements. Bitch, the only achievements I don't have is travel to every solar system, pick up by fucking hand a ton of inorganic or organic shit, and then maybe one or two other things that I really give a fuck about. I've got all the other shit. I do. I think I only have, don't have 4 of them, and I'm fucking fine with that. Alright. Back to the Narian system. That's right. To Kruth. To the antimony farm. Antimony. Antimony! Bingo. Alright, we're at level 84. We've got stuff to make seminal wafers, which is antimony, gold, and 0 wire. Alright, let's start crafting them. Okay. Woo! That one actually went faster. That went faster. And I still have... Let's see here. I have only crafted 16,927 Seminal Wafers. Now, I am going to go down to resources, and I'm going to bet that I have a bunch of zero wire, which I'm going to drop, by the way. I'm going to drop all but, like, a few of them. Always like to have some zero wire. I'm going to keep the aluminum on me. The gold, I think I used all the gold, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, let's double check here, because the Seminal Wafer uses 2 gold, and I think I only had only 658 more antimony. Okay, so the storage capacity of the antimony is only a little bit more than the gold, so if you wanted to, you could build maybe 1 or 2 extra storages of gold on the planet so that you could get an equal amount. And there's tons of zero wire. So you don't even have to go back to get zero wire. There's still a shit ton. Like you could do 2 more rounds of that, which is fine, which is good. I'm going to see, does my ship... Oh, it still can hold. Let me hold that a sec here. Cargo hold, resources. I'm just going to put some of this stuff in here. That I'm just going to keep all the 7 with me. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So wait. Hold on a second here. Let's do something. So we've created Seminal Wafers. The Seminal Wafers get used for the next step. Now, if we are going to be doing Ventinium fuel rods, we need to be able to make nuclear fuel rods and indicate wafers. Okay. So nuclear fuel rods, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they use solvent and Seminal Wafers and uranium. Okay, so we need to get uranium and solvent together to make nuclear fuel rods. Now, Indicate uses Seminal Wafers as well. So this is the thing I want to let you... And solvent. That's why I made 2 solvent locations. So we're going to have to split the Seminal Wafers up between the for the nuclear fuel rods, and because it takes 1 Seminal Wafer for a Indicate Wafer, and it takes for Ventinium fuel rod, Indicate Wafer and nuclear fuel rod, it takes a Seminal Wafer. So splitting those up evenly is what we're going to do, and that's why we're going to go and pick up the uranium first. We go to the location where we can pick up uranium and, I believe, uranium and plutonium. And I believe that's on Grimsey.
Yeah.
Uranium and plutonium. I built a location for both. Okay. Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, I seem to... Uh-oh. Interesting. I didn't build any power for this location. Alright, I'll be back. Technical difficulties. Okay, so what I did is I went to my Indicate farm on Cadiad, slept so that it would be able to do a few things, and then I also I decided what we'll do is we're going to grab the Indicate while we're here. That way we can kind of like get that going. So this is the Indicate farm. It is a little different. I had to redesign it because it was all messed up. That's the beryllium over there, but this is the Indicate, which is right here. So we're going to grab that. I built it a little taller than normal because we're going to need more Indicate. So once we grab the Indicate, we're going to head back to grab the uranium and plutonium. All right, we'll see you then. Okay, I went and got the indicate. It took for fucking ever because this method is the only actual method that's not going to slow your game down. The only thing will slow down is the fact that your wait time slows down because of all of the shit. But we're going to go get the plutonium and the uranium. And we're doing this. I can't remember the reason why I'm doing this. I forget. No. It's to show you how you can do this. How you can manually create a lot of experience so you could just do all the things you do. I'm just doing it so you can say, I've done this. On mass production level. Alright. I got here, and it looks like power is kicked in. Yeah. Plutonium and uranium. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We'll grab them. And I'm going to have to do it. Oh, for Christ's sake. Alright, okay, just about I'll be back. The end. What I did is I literally went up to the machines, the harvesting canisters over there, and I jumped up and down to get all the stuff out of it. Got a little bit of plutonium left over there. Got all this stuff up. What I can do is you can go over here, and if you do this right, you can grab the bottom, and then you can jump up. And this stuff is usually the residuals from all the stuff that you just did. And it goes a little faster, but you can then clear it off by... I'm just going to do this so I don't die from the fall. There we go. Grab the uranium here, and then grab us plutonium, then this uranium. Then you see there's some uranium left. It's just grabbing the straggler stuff. See? We just go back and forth to plutonium, and it's what it's doing is just unstopping the blockage. That's, that's it. There's no more plutonium or uranium left. So we did it. We got all the plutonium and all the uranium, and now we're gonna go to the first solvent plant.
Captain, it is.
And he's looking on post. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Seminole wafers and I'm going to split them in half. So I'm going to drop 8,450. Wait, 450 is 450 to 900 and then half of 27. Oh, it's going to be one of those things where it's gonna. Let's see. So 8,464. Alright. We drop those. And then we have the solvent. So then we have the indicate with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the indicate. So we have the indicate. Oh, we need cesium. Sorry. Nuclear fuel rods. That's what we're going to make. Nuclear fuel rods. So we'll make a nuclear fuel rods. We'll use the solvent that's here and the uranium and the Seminole wafers that are not in our inventory. And this should give us some good experience. Now, if we want to, what I would recommend doing is build a bed. Build a bed and get yourself some rest experience. Just wait for local hour. You'll have well-rested bonus. That way, when you're doing the nuclear fuel rods, look at that experience. Seminal wafers are the block. We got up to 91. Oh, that's pretty good. We're going to keep the nuclear fuel rods with us. We're going to dump the uranium. Keep the indicate. Dump the uranium. Keep the solvent here. And we're going to take the other seminal wafers with us because we need them for the indicate wafers that we have. And we're going to head to the Porma 5 to do
Captain,
the cesium.
Greetings.
You can grab this and then come over here and it basically unclogs it, which means this will be reset. And this will be here, unclogs it. This will reset. This will unclog it. Get in. First thing we need to do is make these. Is there like so we grab the cesium. Now we're going to go to the solvent 2 planet to make the indicate wafers, because we already grabbed the indicate wafers. We are so close, my friends. See in the full shot. Yeah, because they don't do this. Oh, okay. I do it. Yeah, but I'm not cheese. It's the will be hit and be for school. Right. Right. Okay. Alright. Yes. So it has something. Alright. Do this. Choose through nice and get the same time. Jesus, I didn't hardly make any of those things. What did I run out of? Solvent? How did I run out of solvent? Okay, this is the rest here. Here. Link. Oh, you can tell me. How's he going? This guy here. This that. It's right there. That one. Okay, that's not. Yeah, I love it. So I'm good. That's what it's so yeah, that they're not girl. The label is here. See, I've got tons of solvent here. Still. Hardly used any of it. Is this the solvent plant that works? Huh. Look at that, man. About 8 grand. Well, to give you an idea, one of these is 7 XP. So, the bonus XP, and as you can see, the summer wafers get used up. Alright. So we've used all the 7 wafers. We're at level 9. Okay, I'm going to drop the adaptive frames, the aluminum, the beryllium, the cesium. I'm going to drop the indicate, keep the wafers, drop the iron, drop the lead, take the nuclear fuel rods, which is, oh, see? Excellent. Keep the plutonium, drop the tungsten. And we're going to be on our final journey. We're at level 98. This will probably put us, I'll be honest with you, we'll probably be close to level 100 when we get done with this, or past 100. So, woohoo. But I mean, where he's going to go. That kills the base turn. Right over here. New front and where we made a new letter. Okay. Okay, it's really good. So I will get. Alright, let's Vintinium fuel rods. Plutonium, indicate wafers. Now let's see how many we can make. This is here's for fuel. We at 106. Great. All right. So with resources, we're going to drop the plutonium here. We'll just keep the copper. I'll drop the nuke. I'll sell the nuclear fuel rod. Vintinium fuel rods. We have 8,463. We'll be able to sell that at about 10% its value. So they'll sell for a good pretty penny. Congratulations, we are at level 106, and since we started this, we had earned about 30 some odd skill points. Actually, I put some into boost back training. I could have put them in some other stuff. I did that so I could do some more boost backing. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take your Vintinium fuel rods that you've painstakingly, if you've done this with me, you have earned this. I'm going to give you something to do before the next episode. I'm gonna do a final episode. This final episode is gonna do a few things in that. One of them is gonna give us a fun ship to play around with, fun to look at, fun to fly, with the money that we sell with the Vintinium fuel rods. You're gonna go to Volley. You're gonna go to the Neon Core. And you're going to take your time. You're going to do this, because unless you do a cheat code, if you want to do this with no cheat code, yeah, we'll do this. Oh, look. See how much lag there is? I'll give you an idea. If you sell the Vintinium fuel rods right now with the way that you guys...
If it's too hot to handle, we can take it.
Let me double check something real quick here. I believe, if we're not mistaken, I think so right now we are not at full 15. We sell for 20, buy for 15, sell for 20, buy for 20, sell for 25. So we're not at the part where we're making the big bucks yet. However,
yeah, what?
If you sell these Vintinium fuel rods, right now, they will sell for 1,057,875 credits. But you have to sell them a little bit at a time. For this guy, he can buy... Oh, Jesus. So at the way our current level, he can buy 88 at a time. He can buy 88 at a time. Which means... if you've got 8,463 like I do, you'll have to sell it to him about 96 times. Remember, there are other vendors you can go to, and if you want to, you can pick up other stuff. You can get ammo from this guy. You can get your suits that you want from the other places. You can stock up on other things that you want to do. You have approximately 1 million credits with the vendors, except for the gun guy. The gun guy only does guns. All the other vendors, the mineral guy, he sells stuff. He's got 5K he can give you. So, you've got the ability to sell all these things. It's going to be, if you sell 88 at a time, this guy, you're going to be doing the wait thing 96 times. If you do that, and you have all that money, trust me, it is worth it. All right. That's it. That's all I'm going to give you.
Anything else?
Next episode, with all that money, it'll be the final episode I do on this. Probably for a long time, this jank-ass game. Because it's frustrating to sell. But we're going to have fun. All right. I'll see you in the next episode.